Yes, people. So I want to give you another wisdom in terms of what you should be focused on in training during the season. Now, when I mean focus, I'm talking about the volume of your technical work. I'm talking only specific technical work. I had a chance in 2019 to go down to Manchester City training ground, and after it was like in a community event where I took a few boys down there to do. They was able to do a training session indoor. We were then given opportunity to go and watch the first team train. I was able to watch afterwards some of the individual players train by themselves when the session was finished. And something that always stuck with me, something I knew already, but it just resonated even more, is the low rest that they have and the short time they're on the ball in the individual work. So when I saw Guerrero, he would do 3 seconds on. I'm talking 3. Sometimes it was 5 if his first touch wasn't the best to set him up, but it was between 3 to 5 seconds. And then he will go bam bam, cut inside, shoot, walk back. That walk and that recovery was 30 to 40 seconds. And then he would do it again another 10 times. And it was just the sharpness when he was on the ball. And that's what it is about. When you're doing in the season, you should not be, and I know there's guys and there's people will say, oh no, don't listen, anyone can shoot when you're fresh. But that's the thing, the pros, they're conditioned already. What they need to work on is when they're sharp, the sharpness, when they are able to, when they're getting the ball, how sharp they are and how effective they are. I remember when I was training with, when I was playing, and I used to train with a good friend, good player, Fabio Zavar, and when we used to hook up, the individual work, we was doing that. It was sharp, back, quick, 3-5 seconds on, sharpness. And those guys used to jump in our sessions and they used to struggle big time. And they would be off pace, because when it comes to sharpness, it's like, oh, everyone's sluggish at their own pace. No, when you're training, it needs to be sharp, explosive, and then just rest. If you have to rest 30 seconds, and then when you get, it's because you're working on, when I'm getting on the pitch, my effectiveness and the way I move, I will stand above the rest. Now, you may think, how do I do that? How do I set the timer? Get a Tabata timer on the app store. Whenever you're starting your set or your rep, click it. It'll do a nice countdown. And when you're ready to do it, boop, 3 seconds, and then bam, recovery. So therefore, you're keeping in the time. And for me, when you're doing the season work, you need to be focused on that explosion, sharpness. When you're trying to come inside, shoot, whatever, beat a man, everything needs to be sharp, 3 to 5 seconds. Anything longer than that, then you just have to, if you're doing anything between 5 to 10 seconds in terms of the technical work, because you really want to work on execution. So what I mean by that is, I'm not talking about separate drills when you're doing 1,000 passes or whatever. I'm talking about execution. So if you're taking on the player, you need to be doing that within 3 seconds. Is that touch, step over, beat a man. So you need to focus on that short explosion as opposed to go through a cone, dribble, step over, come inside, chop, all this nonsense. No, you're not going to do that in a game. Focus on 3 to 5 seconds of work, and I say 30 to 40 seconds of rest. Repeat that. I saw them do about 12 times, and after that time, the rest for about 2 minutes, and repeat that about another 2-3 times, and you'll see the difference in terms of how sharp you are moving the ball.